Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A chapter of the story, number 28 from the E.H. Palmer translation. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, TSM. Those are the signs of the perspicuous book. We recite to thee from the history of Moses and Pharaoh in truth unto a people who believe. Verily Pharaoh was lofty in the land, and made the people thereof sects. One party of them he weakened, slaughtering their sons and letting their women live. Verily he was of the despoilers, and we wish to be gracious to those who were weakened in the earth, and to make them models, and to make them the heirs, and to establish for them in the earth, and to show Pharaoh and Haman and their host what they had to beware of from them. Haman, as the representation of the priestcraft, but house of Ammon is what the term means. So beware of from them. And we inspired the mother of Moses, suckle him, and when thou art afraid for him, then throw him into the river, and fear not, and grieve not. Verily we are going to restore him to thee, and to make him of the apostles. And Pharaoh's family picked him up, that he might be for them a foe and a grief. Verily Pharaoh and Haman, their host, were sinners, and Pharaoh's wife said, he is a cheering of the eye to me and to thee. Kill him not. It may be that he will profit us, or that we may take him for a son. For they did not perceive, and the heart of Moses his mother was void on the morrow. She well nigh disclosed him, had it not been that we bound up her heart, that she might be of the believers. And she said to his sister, follow him up. And she looked after him from afar, and they did not perceive. And we made unlawful for him the wed nurses. And she said, shall I guide you to the people of a house, who will take care of him for you, and who will be sincere respecting him? So we restored him to his mother, that her eye may be cheered, and that she might not be grieved, and that she might know that the promise of Allah is true, though most of them know not. And when he reached puberty and was settled, we gave him judgment and knowledge, for thus do we reward those who do well. And he entered into the city at the time the people thereof were heedless, and he found therein two men fighting, the one of his sect and the other of his foes. And he who was of his sect asked his aid against him who was of his foes, and Moses smote him with his fist and finished him. Said he, this is of the work of Satan. Verily he is a misleading obvious foe. Said he, my Lord, verily I have wronged my soul, but forgive me. So he forgave him, for he is forgiving and merciful. Said he, my Lord, for that thou hast been gracious to me, I will surely not back up the sinners. And on the morrow he was afraid in the city expectant, and behold, he whom he had helped the day before cried to him for aid. Said Moses to him, verily thou art obviously quarrelsome. And when he wished to assault him who was the enemy to them both, he said, O Moses, dost thou desire to kill me, as thou didst kill a person yesterday? And thou dost only desire to be a tyrant in the earth, and thou didst not desire desire to be of those who do right. And a man came from the remote parts of the city running. Said he, O Moses, verily the chiefs are deliberating concerning thee to kill thee. Go then forth. Verily I am to you a sincere adviser. So he went forth therefrom afraid and expectant. Said he, Lord, save me from the unjust people. And when he turned his face in the direction of Midian, he said, It may be that my Lord will guide me to a level path. And when he went down to the water of Midian, he found thereat a nation of people watering their flocks. And he found besides them 2 women keeping back their flocks. Said he, What is your design? And they said, We cannot water our flocks until the herdsmen have finished, for our father is a very old man. So he watered for them. Then he turned back towards the shade and said, My Lord, verily I stand in need of what thou sendest down to me of good. And one of the 2 came to him walking modestly. Said she, Verily my father calls thee to reward thee with hire for having watered our flocks for us. And when he came to him and related to him the story, said he, Fear not, thou art safe from the unjust people. Said one of them, O my sire, hire him. Verily the best of those whom thou canst hire is the strong and faithful. Said he, Verily I desire to marry thee to one of these daughters of mine, on condition that thou dost serve me for hire 8 years, and if thou shalt fulfill 10, it is of thyself. For I do not wish to make it wretched for thee. Then thou wilt find me, if please Allah, of the righteous. Said he, That is between you and me, whichever of the 2 terms I fulfill, let there be no enmity against me, for Allah over what we say keeps guard. And when Moses had fulfilled the appointed time, and was journeying with his people, he proceeded from the side of the mountain of fire, and he said to his people, Tarry ye here, verily I have perceived a fire, haply I may bring you good news therefrom, or a brand of fire, that haply ye may be warned. And when he came to it, he was called to from the right side of the wadi, in the blessed valley out of the tree. O Moses, verily I am Allah, the Lord of the worlds. So throw down thy rod. And when he saw it quivering as though it were a snake, he turned away and fled and did not return. O Moses, approach and fear not. Verily thou art amongst the safe. Thrust thy hand into thy bosom. It shall come out white without hurt, and then fold again thy wing that thou dost now stretch out through dread. For those are 2 signs from thy Lord to Pharaoh and his chiefs. Verily they are a people who work abomination. So, obviously, the Israelites, in a racial way of thinking, they're not light-skinned people. Said he, My Lord, verily I have killed a person amongst them, and I fear that they will kill me and my brother Aaron. He is more eloquent in tongue than I. Send him then with me as a support to verify me. Verily I fear that they will call me liar. Said he, We will strengthen thine arm with thy brother, and we will make for you both authority, and they shall not reach you in our signs. Ye 2 and those who follow you, you shall gain the upper hand. And when Moses came to them with our manifest signs, they said, This is only sorcery devised, and we have not heard of this amongst our fathers of yore. Moses said, My Lord knows best who comes with guidance from him, and who shall be the issue of the abode. Verily the unjust shall not prosper, And Pharaoh said, O ye chiefs, I do not know any god for you except me. Then set fire, O Haman, to some clay, and make for me a tower. Haply I may mount up to the law of Moses, for verily I think he is of those who lie. And he grew big with pride, he and his armies in the land without right, and they thought that they to us should not return. And we overtook him and his army, and we flung them into the sea. Behold, then now was the end of the unjust, but we made them models, calling to the fire. And on the resurrection day they shall not be helped, and we followed them up in this world with a curse, and on the resurrection day they shall be abhorred. And we gave Moses the book after that we had destroyed the former generations, as an insight to men, and a guidance and a mercy. Haply they may be mindful. Thou wast not upon the western side when we decided for Moses, but afar off. Nor wast thou the witnesses, but we raised up generations, and life was prolonged for them. And thou wast not staying amidst the people of Midian, reciting to them our signs, but we were sending our apostles. Nor wouldst thou by the side of the mountain when we called, but it is a mercy from thy Lord, that thou mightest warn a people to whom no warner has come before thee. Haply they may be mindful, unless there should befall them a mishap for what their hands have sent before. And they should say, O our Lord, why didst thou not send to us an apostle? For we would have followed thy signs and been of the believers. And when the truth comes to them from us, they say we are given the like of what Moses was given. Did they not disbelieve in what Moses was given before? They say two works of sorcery back up each other, and they say, verily we do disbelieve in all. By sorcery, there's an implication in English, but it's the evil magic. That'd be a better way to put it. Say, bring then a book from Allah, which shall be a better guide than both, and I will follow it if ye do tell the truth. And if they cannot answer thee, then know that they follow their own lust. And who is more nearer than he who follows his own lust without guidance from Allah? Verily, law guides not an unjust people, and we cause the word to reach them. Haply they may be mindful. Those to whom we gave the book before it, they believe therein, and when it is recited to them, they say, we believe in it as truth from our Lord. Verily we were resigned before it came. These shall be given their hire twice over, for that they were patient, and repelled evil with good, and of what we have bestowed upon them give alms. And when they hear vain talk, they turn away from it, and say, we have our works, and ye have your works. Peace be upon you. We do not seek the ignorant. Verily thou canst not guide whom thou dost like, but Allah guides whom he pleases, for he knows best who are to be guided. And they say, if we follow the guidance, we shall be snatched away from the land. Have we not established for them a safe sanctuary, to which are imported the fruits of everything as a provision from us? But most of them do not know. How many a city have we destroyed that exults in its means of subsistence? How many a city have we destroyed that exalted in its means of subsistence? These are their dwellings, never dwelt in after them, except a little, for we were the heirs. But thy Lord would never destroy cities until he sent to the metropolis thereof an apostle to recite to them our signs. Nor would we destroy cities unless their people were unjust. Whatever thing ye may be given, it is a provision for this world's life, and the adornment thereof. But what is with the law is better and more enduring. Have ye then no sense? Is he to whom we have promised a goodly promise, which he shall meet with, like him to whom we have given the enjoyment of the life of this world, and who upon the resurrection day shall be of the arraigned? And on the day when he will call them, and will say, Where are those associates which ye did pretend? And those against whom the sentence is due shall say, Our Lord, these are those whom we have seduced. We seduced them as we were seduced ourselves, but we clear ourselves to thee. They did not worship us. And it will be said, Call upon your partners, and they will call upon them, but they will not answer them, and they shall see the torment. Would that they had been guided, and the day when ye shall call them, and shall say, What was it ye answered the apostles? And the history shall be blindly confusing to them on that day, and they shall not ask each other. But as for him who turns again and believes and does right, it may be that he will be among the prosperous, for thy Lord creates what he pleases and chooses. They have not the choice. Celebrated be the praise of the law, and exalted be he above what they associate with him. Thy Lord knows what they conceal in their breast, and what they manifest. He is the law. There is no God but he. To him belongs praise in the first and the last, and his is the judgment, and unto him shall ye return. Have ye considered if Allah were to make for you the night, and listen till the resurrection day? Who is the God but Allah to bring you light? Can ye not then hear? And when I ask questions, either because I'm presenting something, or that's part of my own work and I'm quoting myself, feel free to answer in the comment sections. Say, have ye considered if Allah were to make for you the day, and listen till the day of judgment? Who is the God except Allah to bring you the night to rest therein? Can ye not then see? But of his mercy he has made for you the night and the day, that ye may rest therein and crave of his grace. Haply ye may give thanks. And the day when he shall call them, and shall say, Where are my partners whom ye did pretend? And we will pluck from them every nation a witness, and will say, Bring your proof, and know that the truth is Allah's, and that which they have devised shall stray away from them. Verily, Korah was of the people of Moses. Arun means exalter of the name, so, the media. Verily, Korah was of the people of Moses. And he was outrageous against them, and we gave him treasuries of which the keys would bear down a band of men endowed with strength. When his people said to him, Exalt not. Verily Allah loves not those who exalt, but crave through what Allah has given thee the future abode, and forget not thy portion in this world, and do good as Allah has done good to thee. And seek not evil doing in the earth. Verily Allah loves not the evildoers. Say, those character traits of you betray your own people and exalting in your position and all that other. No, don't do that. Said he, I have only been given it for knowledge which I have. Did he not know that Allah has destroyed before him many generations of those who were stronger than he, and has amassed more? But the sinners need not to be asked concerning their crimes. And he went out amongst the people in his ornaments. Those who desired the life of this world said, oh, that we had the like of what Qoor'aan, the establisher or exalter of the name, and the like of what Korah had been given. Verily he is endowed with mighty fortune. But those who had been given knowledge said, woe to you, the reward of Allah is better for him who believes and does right, but none shall meet with it except the patient. And we clave the earth with him and with his house, and he had no troop to help him against Allah, nor was he of those who were helped. And on the morrow those who had yearned for his place the day before said, Allah extends provision to whom he pleases of his servants, or he doles it out. Had not Allah been gracious to us, the earth would have cleft open with us. The unbeliever shall not prosper. That is the future abode. We make it for those who do not wish to be haughty in the earth, nor to do evil, and the end is for the pious. He who brings a good deed shall have better than it, and he who brings an evil deed, those who do evil deeds shall only be rewarded for that which they have done. Verily he who hath ordained the Qoran for thee will restore thee to thy returning place. Say, my Lord knows best who brings guidance and who is in obvious error. Nor couldst thou hope that the book would be thrown to thee, save as a mercy from thy Lord. Be not then a backer up of those who misbelieve, and let them not turn thee from the signs of Allah after they have been sent down to thee, but call unto thy Lord, and be not of the idolaters, and call not with Allah upon any other God. There is no God but He. Everything is perishable except His face. His is the judgment, and unto Him shall ye return. So that's the chapter of the story.